Hello everybody, this is Yousef and welcome to my kitchen. Before I go to dish that we are making, I have to say sorry about being a little bit delay on videos because I injured one of my feet and I'm just getting better, but I promise you that it's going to be more constant from now then. Today's dish is kind of Iranian or not, I'm not sure about that. It might not be originally from Iran, but we're making it there, and I think it started from south of Iran. So it is Kookoo Sibzamini Shekam Por, which means a cuckoo is a patty of potato, which is stuffed in middle with the meat, ground meat, and the onion, spices, all those things, which is actually a potato chop. So let's go over the ingredients and start making it. All right, the food that we're making, it could be a very nice appetizer or a full meal. So started with what we need is 5 to 6, it depends on how many people you're gonna feed, potato. And I have one bunch of parsley that, if you don't know, is just like a handful. That's how it is. And half a full pounds of ground meat. This is a very lean, it's about like a 5% fat, very lean. So it's about like a 480 grams of the meat. So the meat is up to you which one you want, a lamb, you want a beef, you want to, even you can make it with a chicken. What we need is a 1.5 tablespoon of tomato paste. I do have 2 sets of spices. This one is for just the potato, which is half a teaspoon turmeric, half a teaspoon black pepper, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon paprika. And the next is going to be mixed with the meat that we're preparing for the, put it inside of potato. Okay, I have 1 teaspoon black pepper, half a teaspoon of red pepper, half a teaspoon coriander seeds powder, half a teaspoon curry, half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of paprika, 3/4 of the spoon of turmeric, 3/4 of the spoon salt, 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic. I have 1 red bell pepper, which I'm going to use about maybe less than half of it. And finally need 2 eggs, some cooking oil to cook it with. And also half a cups of breadcrumb, which I forgot to put it in the ingredients list. First thing that we do, we have to cook our potatoes. So I'm going to put this in a pot with a little bit of salt and water. Let it cook for about 25 to 35 minutes. Then we let it be completely cold, then peel them and either mash them or grind them. Let's start doing this first. Here you go. We put, fill it with the water, a little bit of salt, and let it cook, as I said, 25 to 35 minutes. Then we'll put it aside till it get cold, peel them off and grind it or mash it. Okay, while our potatoes are cooking and we're going and to start cutting our onion for making our stuffing. So here we go, just cut it very small pieces, thinly. So dice them. All right, we start putting this in our pan for just saute these, and then start cutting our bell pepper and parsley. All right, then let's go and put it on a stove top. Some oil, not too much. Remember, you don't have to put too much oil because it's gonna ruin your food. Just as little as like a 2 tablespoons or so. All right, next we prepare our bell pepper. Okay, you can use any color that you like, but for this food I prefer to be red bell pepper. So we're just cutting it not too big. If you like it, or if you don't want it, you don't have to. You can use mushroom instead if you don't like the bell pepper. I think this is kind of enough, but I'm just doing it just a little bit more. That would do it, this much. Then we have to cut or chop our parsley. As soon as our onion get a little bit cooked and color change, so these are also going to be cut or mash them to add it to our meat. Okay, still our onion is on a stove top, and so we have time to make this ready for it. So next one is chopping our parsley. This not only gives the color, but it gives the lots of flavor and a taste to our food. All right, it's a time to add our meat. All right, I add our garlic here too. All right, this is also time to add all our spices here. All right, we should leave this for just like 5 or 10 minutes. Actually, 5 minutes would be enough. Then we're going to add the tomato paste and our bell pepper. The last is going to be our chopped parsley. All right, it's a time for our tomato paste. It makes again the color and also huge change in the taste overall. With just that little tomato paste makes a huge difference. All right, the reason that I put the bell pepper and parsley in almost the last part of cooking, because I don't want the bell pepper get melted or cooked too much. So I just want to still be visible, and the taste, I don't want to be completely cooked. It might be even better if you cook too much or saute it too much. So this is the time you're going to add this beautiful red bell pepper, and a few turns, then I'm going to add the chopped parsley. It's almost done, and as you see, there is barely any oil in this, which is supposed to be. All right, and adding the parsley to it, and this is our final touch for our meat part. But you remember, this is almost cooked, and you can taste it. If it needs a little bit salt or anything that you think is missing, you can add it this time. So adjust the spices to your taste. We are almost done with this. We're going to put this aside till it gets totally cold, 100%. All right, welcome back. Our potato was cooked and I peeled them off and it's completely cold, and I have to mash it either with something like this or the masher, whatever, or just with the grinder, whatever you prefer. So you do that and it's totally mashed. Then we crack 2 eggs for now, and if it's needed more we have to add it, but I think 2 eggs is going to be okay for it. And also we're going to add all the spices that is for potato. Potatoes are mashed enough, so I'm going to crack 2 eggs into it. And right away all the spices for potatoes goes in there too, and start mixing this. Okay, one thing that I forgot to tell you is that you can use this with the breadcrumb or without. I usually don't put 1 egg. I thought maybe the potato is too many for me. I cracked 2 eggs, but it seems it's a little bit loose. So for just getting to form this ball, so I have to add this about a half a cup of breadcrumb to see if it makes a difference. Now it looks like exactly what we need to be, so we can form this in a little bowl, and we go from here to start making our potato chop. Okay, let's wet our hand to see if that works. A little bit of our potatoes and make like this. Put our stuffing here and take another on top of it and make it a little bit wet again. And close it. All right, that should work. Do again. It seems a little bit messy, but you get used to it. Also, you might use some more breadcrumb to put this bowl into that first, then try to close it down. So it's up to you. That's gonna work too. I'm pretty sure that works. So I wet my hand again and try close it. There you go. All right, nicely done. Go to the next one. Some on the top of it with your hand again. and close it. So try to smooth it around and go to the next one. All right, I had about like a 6-7 tablespoon of oil and in medium heat, and I start just putting these patés or potato chops right here to start cooking our food. By the way, there is a little bit of the leftover of the meat, which I'm going to freeze that for the next time I wanted to make potato chop. Okay, you just look at, if it's cooked one side. It takes about like, I guess, 3 minutes. Then you turn around. Should be the color like this. And so if it's not, turn it again. So to get very nice color and make sure it's cooked. Okay guys, the food is ready. It looks nice and it tastes good too. As I said, I had some meat left over. I just put it, for freezing for next time. Probably I can make, 6 or 7 out of this. And it can eat this just as an appetizer. What I said, you can make a sandwich. You can dip it to your favorite dip, ketchup or whatever you like. Some slice of the tomato and olives. All right, let's open up one of these and see it inside. You see that? I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this and make it and let me know. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Until next time with a new dish. Bye.